What is going on, guys? Josh the Yurch. I really think that the Philadelphia 76ers need Ben Simmons back on the court, and this is something that has to happen soon or later for this team. We do have Tyrese Maxey out there in the starting lineup, the starting five at the point guard position. But watching him play, bring the ball up, I really think that there's a difference between Tyrese Maxey and Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is that type of guy that has those very, very good passing skills and high IQ that can set up the offense. For me, watching Tyrese Maxey, it's becoming pretty clear that Maxey isn't that guy yet. He is still a sophomore, and I think that later on he could potentially develop that. I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think Ben Simmons is the player that they should be playing. If you go into the bench on who's the players that they have bringing up the ball, Shake Milton is injured as of right now, so they do have Furkan Korkmaz bringing up the ball. And that is just not the player that you want bringing up the ball. I think Furkan Korkmaz is strictly a shooting guard, is strictly a player that can shoot the ball, shoot the three. Furkan Korkmaz bringing up the ball is a no-no. It's very unfortunate that Shake Milton had to get injured. And something I will say also is that Joel Embiid actually did re-aggravate his knee. And that was the same knee that he didn't get surgery from that Hawks season that he injured. So, for Joel Embiid, it's going to be really, really bad if Joel Embiid gets injured and, still have Ben Simmons out. The 76ers are going to be looking very bad. And actually, according to Ramona Shelburne, Joel Embiid actually did play. He's been playing all this time just because Ben Simmons is not out. And Joel Embiid said this is him showing a little bit of leadership, which I will say it is. But at the same time, I think the 76ers versus Knicks game, it became pretty clear that Joel Embiid was not doing that great at all. Finished the game with only 14 points. And this is kind of a reason why the 76ers need Ben Simmons back on that team. We did see Ben Simmons playing better without Joel Embiid. So I think what Joel Embiid should do is probably get surgery on that knee or miss a couple of games or whatnot. You just don't want something like that, which is a meniscus tear, to just keep getting re-aggravated to the point where it gets worse. That is what that type of injury is. So I think that Joel Embiid should really come to his mind and say, hey, I should step out for a few games. That's the best thing he should be doing. And Ben Simmons coming back onto that team, I think it's becoming highly more likely. It really did show in that 76ers versus Knicks game. Like I said, their offense did not look like something that was good at all. It just had no identity. And for Tyrese Maxey, of course, like I said, I just think that he isn't that type of player like Ben Simmons. You got to get Ben Simmons out there with his also great defensive ability. I think Tyrese Maxey obviously isn't at that stage as Ben Simmons. You got Ben Simmons out here almost being the defensive player of the year. That's someone that you need to get back on the team. Ben Simmons, as we do know, we did want to trade him, all this stuff that happened in the offseason. It's not looking like that, unfortunately. I would love to see Ben Simmons get traded for a good player, but I don't think that's going to happen. So the best thing you could do now is have Ben Simmons come back and play for the Philadelphia 76ers, and that's the right thing that they should be doing. The 76ers, I think they do play with better space. Obviously, you've been seeing it from the past few games, but something that's pretty noticeable is that, they don't have a point guard that's reliable at all. It's not really going to work out at all when you have Tyrese Maxey, the starting five, and Furkan Korkmaz bring up the ball on the bench. They're going to lose quite a bit of games, although we did see them playing fairly well. I think that those are just small sample sizes. I don't think the 76ers, if they don't get Ben Simmons back on the team, is going to continue playing like that. So with that being said, hopefully Ben Simmons can return to this Philadelphia 76ers team. Watching some Ben Simmons highlights on YouTube, I really saw that this guy is extremely good on the defensive side of things. Severely underrated. I think that year he actually absolutely should have won that Defensive Player of the Year award. Ben Simmons has a lot to bring to the table with his passing and his defensive ability. And I think him joining back to the 76ers won't be a big of a problem that a lot of people think it will. His jump shot, his shooting, it is a big problem. But for this year in particular, I think if things go south with Embiid being injured and also Ben Simmons being out and them not having a right trade request or trade decision by Ben Simmons, I think it's going to get really bad for the Philadelphia 76ers. So hopefully he can return. But with that being said, that's going to wrap up things for this video. Do not forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notification. Josh 3 Arch, and I'm out.